Hi Year 9s, welcome to our second flip lecture. In this one we're going to be looking at the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which was the main event that triggered the start of World War I. Now, from our last flip lecture, we learned that Bosnia-Herzegovina was part of Austria-Hungary, and we can see it roughly in the light blue on the map there. And we also learned that there were groups of Serbian nationalists living in Bosnia-Herzegovina who wanted Bosnia-Herzegovina to join with Serbia to form a separate nation. Because of nationalist ideas, they kind of felt that their culture and their history was more associated with Serbia rather than with Austria-Hungary. We also know that Russia was supporting the Serbian nationalists, and so they were also keen on the people of Bosnia-Herzegovina joining with Serbia. So with these things in mind, we're going to look at the events that led up to the assassination of Ferdinand and what came after that. So the Emperor of Austria-Hungary was aware of these kind of tensions that were going on in Bosnia, and so he decided that he would send his nephew, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and his wife to visit Sarajevo, which is the main city in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Franz Ferdinand was the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne at this point in time. So the idea was to send them on a royal visit to Sarajevo, and that this would enthrall and charm the people and keep them interested in being part of Austria-Hungary rather than separating and joining Serbia. It was working too. The people lined the streets to welcome the couple. They were on a grand royal tour around the place, and people were celebrating them being there. However, the Serbian nationalist group, called the Black Hand, had a kind of different idea of the kind of welcome that the Duke and his wife deserved, and they were planning the assassination of the Archduke. Different sources have some different version of events here, but by all accounts, the planned assassinations didn't go as was expected. A grenade was thrown at the royal couple's car and it missed them but injured the car behind them, and there's some evidence that there were some other plans that also didn't work out for them. However, it was when the Archduke and his wife were following an unplanned route that a member of the Black Hand, Princip, you can see here, took the opportunity and shot Ferdinand and his wife. They both died before reaching the hospital. And you see there's some artists' impressions or some illustrations that are quite well known when we talk about this kind of issue. One of them's in our textbook. So this was the quite dramatic event that started igniting some of the tensions that were going on in Europe. As a result of the incident, Austria-Hungary, with the support of Germany, issued an ultimatum of 10 demands to Serbia. We can see some of the demands written here. Serbia agreed to 9 of these 10 demands, but they refused to allow Austro-Hungarian officials to be involved with the investigation of Archduke Ferdinand's death. As a result, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia on the 28th of July, 1914, and this was the start of World War I.